Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yeshua, Hashem Rakah Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And salutations to all the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come to connive the heathen, but are not by way of their forefathers' seeds, who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and I'm from GMS Jamaica Kingston Camp, and this is a video about what's going on in the news. All right, we'll be tackling this U.S. debt as well as this Mark Zuckerberg bunker situation. Okay, so let's start with the debt going on in America. So it says U.S. national debt jumps 2.6 trillion in 6 months. All right. Now, you can Google it yourself, and you can see a few places that it comes from. All right. Back in May 4th, 2023, it said U.S. government debt climbs to 24.8 trillion. All right. So that was back in May of this year. And now you have this situation that's going on. I don't want to take it from RT because they be I don't know if they're gonna block the video. So I'll take it from this website here, farnews.ir. It looks like some Arabic Ishmael kind of website. But anyway, it says U.S. national debt has continued to mount, jumping by 2.6 trillion in the 6 months through December to reach 33.8 trillion. So it's jumped considerably, man. Actually, jumping by 2.6. So it's now at 33.8 trillion. And that other article said what? I'm gonna go here. It was 24.8 trillion. So 24.8 to 33.8. What's that? 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 trillion increase since May. Okay, so America is just continuously accumulating debt, and the question you should be asking is like, if America has debt and these other countries have debt, who do they owe the debt to? Is it to other countries? But those countries also have debt, so countries are just lending each other debt. Is the debt limitless? Does it have an end? Are there any repercussions to having such high debt? What's happening? Well, the first question is, who do they owe this debt to? And of course, it's the elite bankers. Okay. The men that belong to no country. The men that work the puppet strings from behind closed doors, and they do all of these things, and they set up certain faces to be the representation of the things that they're doing, but they hide also in plain sight. It's the elite of Esau Edom, the wicked elite. It's their ruling class that does everything that ensures that the world is running in a particular way, which is wickedness. They're the ones that tell you how to talk, what kind of currency you're supposed to use. They're the ones who determine how you dress. They're the ones who determine your overall behavior, really. When you're in this world, they're the ones who determine all of that stuff. Right? They have full and absolute control. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Right? So it is them that America owes this debt to. And these countries around the world, the way that they depict it to the citizens of the world and to each country, it's really not how it is. America is nothing but a corporation used to build the wicked elite and their world position. That's what all of these countries are. Okay? So it has jumped to 33.8 trillion. It says some stuff like indicated that factors such as tax cuts, stimulus programs, increased government spending, and decreased tax revenues have been driving up the debt. It's like this debt can never go away. It's at 33.8 trillion. Who's going to pay it off? They'll tell you, oh, the citizens have to pay it off. It's not possible. Okay. The national debt just exceeded 100,000 per citizen. Oh, how ironic. Because I haven't even read this article. Republican Congressman John James said last week, adding this should send a message to the White House that this reckless federal spending is at a breaking point. You know, one thing that they're spending money on is to the wars, or certain wars that are going on around the world. You know, a lot of military spending, all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, I saw an article talking about how the military is at its weakest point. The American military is at its weakest point. It's the smallest it's ever been since whatever period, you know. So America's really just falling. You're seeing the fall of America, which is also an indication of the fall of the rulership of the Edomites. All right, their kingdom is falling, it's weakening with each day. And it's being translated from one kingdom to another. All right, as it says in Ecclesiasticus, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And we're seeing the transition of the kingdom. So, you know, while it's happening, you're going to see it fall. We're going to witness the fall of America, which is Mr. Babylon the Great, and its ultimate fall will be by way of those thermonuclear fires, as well as Yahushai and the angels who will aid in that destruction. But the rest of what's going on in this article is just like whatever, right? But America's incurring all of this debt, and it is for a purpose and for a reason, because the American economy is going to fall, right? In Genesis chapter 27, Salakio 24, is it? No, what am I saying? Is it 17? I think it's 17. No. Let me get it real quick. In Genesis chapter 47 and verse 15, and when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence, for the money faileth, and there's no new thing under the sun. All right, so money failed in ancient Egypt, and it shall fall in modern day Egypt, which is America. All right, America is known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay, it's that place in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68 that the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. It is America. All right, it is that place, this America that we know. So it's going to fail, and this debt that's piling up, and however it is that the economy is operating and what's going on with it, you know, there has been for years, it's been saying that we can go into hyperinflation and things can get to a certain point, and it's just been holding on miraculously. But eventually it's going to crash, because the money, the current monetary system that you know, will crash. It has to, so that they can bring in their new perfect monetary system, as they will sell it, which is going to be by way of digital payments, a digital payment system. And that's why they've been developing these central bank digital currencies, because they're getting ready to tear down this current system, this greenback paper cash system, and it's all going to go digital. And when it goes digital, it's all going to be used to eventually be stored onto your microchip, and then your microchip will be your buy and sell, as it says in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 17. All right, so that's why it's all gonna happen. So we're moving towards a cashless society, which has been heavily promoted since the year 2020, when that situation occurred. All right, so the money gonna fail, and America's incurring a lot of debt, and it says it in the book of Habakkuk that it shall happen. In Habakkuk chapter is it 1? No, maybe it's Habakkuk 2. I think it's 2. 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself in thick clay. And thick clay here is the Hebrew word batayat, yeah, which is weight of pledges, heavy debts, right? So America's in a very awful situation regarding debt. Okay, so yeah, man, but the purpose for it is so that the next monetary system can come in with the mark of the beast at the head of all of that. All right, so I said that this would be in the news, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that regarding America's debt, and I'll just do another video on the other part, because I'll be understanding how Jake's mind works, because my mind works that way. I'm talking about the attention span. It just be like that, So it's better to just split it up. All right, but all roads lead to the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and that's what we're seeing right now. And America's ultimate judgment shall come, which is after the mark of the beast is fully made mandatory, then shall the destruction come. So, and the deliverance of the nation of Israel and the return of Yahushua. Okay. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shem Yishai, Bashim Kodesh, Shalom.